Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I am Rachel Thompson-Phillips, the creator of the BU Oracle cards and also of the Sacred Oracle online program. This week's energy forecast is for May the 4th through till May the 10th, with the overall theme being to tune into your emotions. Let's go in and explore a little bit further how this overall theme plays out individually between each card. The exciting thing with this week is that Monday and Tuesday and also Wednesday through till Friday, both of these two cards are jumping cards. Now, for anyone who doesn't understand what a jumping card means, it's a significant message that your soul is trying to convey to you, but you may have dismissed it, overlooked it, or just sort of thought nothing about it. And now all of a sudden with the jumping cards, your soul's saying, hey, wake up and take note of these powerful messages that are coming through for you. So Monday and Tuesday is the card of pieces of the puzzle. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of frustrations. Saturday and Sunday, the weekend message is the world, which is an awesome way to finish off the end of the week. So let's go in and break it down even further. Monday and Tuesday with the card of pieces of the puzzle. The very first thing that I see that jumps out at me on that card is the yellow pieces. The yellow is about that beautiful direct connection to our solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is all about the representation of how you feel that you sit in this world, where you process your thoughts. As the stomach area is classified as the second brain, it's where the mind is where we process our thoughts, but our stomach area is where we process the emotions. So be very, very tuned into what is going in and around that area. Is there bloating? Is there a tightness? Is there a tension? Is there something that feels stuck in that area? And allow yourself to feel into that. In there, you will discover that your emotions are leading you to discover more and more about yourself. Where is it that you may be hiding behind an emotion? Where is it that that emotion is masking the real depth of what's actually going on underneath the surface? And allow yourself to dive in and really explore what is sitting underneath the emotions behind there. The pieces of the puzzles is about understanding that those beautiful awakening moments where we get those aha or epiphany moments. And the reason I call them awakening moments is because when we have those aha moments, it awakens something in you. It rebirths new energy and brings forward so much more divine information at that perfect time where maybe that final piece of the puzzle that brings everything together, or it might be that final thing that therefore allows you to have closure around something, or you may find that resource that you're looking for just all of a sudden just magically shows up in your world, and all of a sudden you get this burst of momentum that allows you to continue moving forward. And all of those gorgeous divine aha moments or epiphanies, as I said, they are that awakening moment, because they awaken something within you, whether it's a new trait, a new passion, a new love, a new truth, not so much a new truth, or more your authentic truth starts to become set free, that you can actually honor and embrace and really take hold of it like a gorgeous precious gem, and really be able to sit in that space and go, this is why my emotions were playing out, because this is the real truth of what is occurring for me or what I might be hiding behind. And so look out for those beautiful little aha epiphany moments. They are the place where your awakening and rebirth and renewal all begins. So that's Monday to Tuesday. Now that may show up in the form of little droplets of information. You may just find that whatever that little pieces that you need to continue on delivers on Monday and Tuesday. It could even just be that truthful conversation that you have with yourself that reignites the very flame that you may have dulled down over the previous month. And the beautiful thing is about For me, I feel like this week directly connects deeply in with our new moon intentions. It's about being able to get in touch with those emotions that connect you with those dreams and intentions and goals that you set on the new moon. Are you giving them permission to breathe? Are you letting your dreams out there, or are you squashing the life out of them and therefore squashing yourself, and therefore that's why those intense emotions are coming to the surface? The beautiful thing is this week also leads us through to a full moon, which falls on May the 7th, which falls into the mid card for this week, which is the frustration. And this is where I absolutely adore working with oracle cards, because oracle cards give us the opportunity to see the potential energy that is there, but therefore provides us with the opportunity to make different choices. So the frustration card, as you know, the full moon, it brings up and highlights and illuminates those darkened places, what we call our shadow self, the place where we store things away. And there are deep emotions, there are real truths, there are authentic versions of self, and all of a sudden they become really illuminated, and therefore that can bring up that frustration, because as I was trying to say about the new moon, starting to see the frustration of where we're holding ourselves back. What is it that is holding you back within your own self? What emotion is it that you can surrender and let go? An action, a behavior, a pattern, a cycle. What is it that your emotions are bringing up to the surface? Is it that you are given this opportunity to surrender and let go on the full moon so that you can continue your journey along fulfilling your goals, dreams and desires? And everything just beautifully emerges together to be able to see that you are always supported every single step of the way through our spiritual and soulful journey, and that your cosmic team is always working with you every single step of the way. So, and this gets presented through the oracle cards, because as you can see, there is this gorgeous aha moments that come into your awareness that give you insight into what's holding you back. Therefore, you get to be able to explore underneath what's actually really going on, because sometimes we can, as humans, mask the truth of what we are experiencing emotionally. So I'm just going to share an example. Say you could be really angry or upset about something. Well, that's just a superficial level, yet when we dive down even further, we may actually find that we're actually angry because you're not living in alignment. You're not living in truth. You're letting your fears hold you back, and therefore that's that emotional frustration that shows up midweek, and therefore we're given this portal through the moon cycles to be able to go, you know what, this is not in alignment with what I want. This is not in alignment with what I believe, that I am worthy and value myself to know that I can do this, but I'm letting my fears and doubts and anxieties hold me back. And therefore, when we address those truths, it allows us to be able to, again, take away another layer from our soul where we are hiding behind. As you've heard the expression before, there's this beautiful expression that always says it's never about relearning or learning anything new. To be able to get a more closer connection with ourselves, a lot of the times it is about unlearning what we have learned and identified as a truth that no longer serves the version of self that you have evolved into. So just within that mannerism in itself, there are these gorgeous messages that your soul is saying, hey, these are the things that are holding you back. Let's just clear them. Let them just go. Do you actually really want them to be a part of your belief system? And do you want those emotions to continue to be triggered and activated all the time? And the answer will always usually come back to no, to show me the way. And this is where the moon is showing you the way, to bring you back to your most authentic self, to reconnect you back in with your intentions from the new moon. And as you do that and honor it, there we get to see that the world shows up come the weekend, where we start, when we find ourselves in places where we may have been hiding, or we may have been playing a mediocre game, or dumbing down anything within ourselves, or squashing our magic that is within each person, then all of a sudden when that's released, there is freedom, the freedom to explore possibilities, the freedom to be open to opportunities that are just sitting there waiting for you to know your value and to be able to honor those emotions within your own self, so that you can clear anything that is creating blockages within your pathway from having everything that you ever knew that you were capable of and everything that you dreamed of. And the world is encouraging you to do that. So as we can see that as we go on this a little bit of an intense, turbulent, emotional ride this week, there is a beautiful pot of gold at the end. And this full moon, it falls in under the star sign of Scorpio. Here are some of the traits of what a Scorpio possesses. They're very emotional. They may have a very hard exterior, but when you can get past that hard exterior, there's a very emotional person that sits within that. They have very intense and very deep emotions. They're not interested in superficial conversations. They want to be able to have really raw and authentic, real conversations with people. They're incredibly resourceful. They also possess the ability to take really brave and bold action steps. And they don't really care whether it... I am going to continue with that because I was just going to reframe that. They don't actually care whether other people can't see their journey, because they know that if they live in their own authenticity and speak their truth and live within the truth that they know that they are capable of, because they hold a very high standard, because they know what they are capable of. Therefore, they take those bold moves because they back themselves. They move everything aside and they just do not listen to anything that does not vibe in their direction of moving forward. Now, due to they also are incredibly passionate. So they may not always divulge everything to other people, and that is okay, because they do not want those external factors to interfere with the journey that they're going on, and this helps them to live more in authenticity. So think about, what are some of those qualities that I just said? Where are you living congruently with them? And where is there some resistance or a total repellent to something that I just said? And therefore, that may also give you some underlying indication as to what's simmering underneath the surface to help you to be able to obtain that and be able to surrender and let that go. So as you can see, this week is filled with a lot of insightful moments. And please remember that those aha moments, which sometimes they get delivered as beautiful gifts where we get to learn from those experiences. But just remember, sometimes those gifts that get delivered may not always be delivered in a pretty little box. Sometimes the biggest aha moments is when we've learned something from the other spectrum, which is our faults, our flaws, where we're holding ourselves back. They can also create those biggest mindset, emotion, and soulful and spiritual awakening, because you become awakened to the truth of what's actually going on underneath the surface, that you just go, I get that. And now that I have that full understanding as to what's going on, now I'm provided with the opportunity to create change. And that's where that incredibly resourceful, brave and passionate and intense Scorpio can work to your advantage. So I wish you all an incredibly amazing week. Please feel free to tag or share this message for other people to learn how to be able to navigate this coming week. And always continue to stay safe, look after yourself. And remember, the world is ready and it is waiting for you. As you can see, come the weekend, it's already there just waiting for you. All you need to do is to be able to create that available space through letting go and taking that personal power back. Because the moment that we are given the opportunity, which we always are, around free choice. The free choice on the decisions that we make is the moment that we take our personal power back. We are no longer living in a time and space where life is happening to us. Life is responding to the choices that you're making. So if it's not showing up how you'd like, now it's time to make those brave, bold movements, to make decisions that really do align with the truth and the version and the dreams and the goals that you know that you are capable of achieving within your own self, because as you can see, the weekend provides you with the world. So remember, the world is within you. You have everything you need to be able to fulfill all your dreams and goals and aspirations. So the world is within you, just like the universe is within you. But we've got to be able to remove all those layers that are preventing you from seeing the world in there. And once you do, you are opening yourself to share with the world all of that magic and miracles and absolute beauty that resides within you. So take care. Much love to you, and have a fabulous, incredible week.